Welcome to the Golf Spotlight. I'm Ralph Irvin, and this week we're talking eyewear and some other stuff from Oakley. We'll find out all about it as we're joined by Al Jantz, who's working with the tour on all things golf in Oakley. Thanks for joining us, Al.
Absolutely, no problem. My pleasure.
So let's get started first with eyewear. Really, the styles we talked about a year ago, the flak jacket and the radar, still the most prominent styles in golf, but aren't the only styles in golf, are they?
No, absolutely not. I mean, they're the most prominent. It's a sport-specific piece, so it has the unobtainium, the rubber that gets tackier when wet, sweaty. Three-point fit has unobtainium in the nose piece and in the ear stem. Has no frame in it, the lower portion of the lens there, so clearer vision.
And every one of those things you just mentioned really works for golfers, because from the non-slip ear pads all the way to the ability for sweat or water to roll right off the lens, all great for golfers on the course.
Absolutely, and the unobtainium also helps. A lot of these golfers now are maybe hitting a shot with them in their face, and then they want to put them on their hat for putting. For some, some guys will do everything. Some guys and gals, they both play in them, will hit every shot and putt in them and feel great. And some just want to still look at the putt maybe with the naked eye and don't quite trust the lenses, although we have lenses that will enhance what you see with the naked eye on a green.
Well, you talk about the lenses, and just that there are lenses that help you see the contours and breaks on the greens, but then there are others that are going to work with you all day long, no matter how bright or how not bright the sun gets.
Yeah, the photochromic lens, the lens that gets lighter and darker depending on how much sun is out there. That's great technology for the golf course. That way you can start off with a lens in the middle of the day that's bright, and as it becomes darker or as the clouds come over, that lens will lighten. That's a great technology.
Well, you're also seeing transition in terms of players who never wore eyewear to starting to wear them, because maybe it's just becoming a little bit more available to them on the course.
Absolutely, yeah. And the amount of, like we're just talking, we just had 3 wins in a row with the Players Championship. Henrik Stenson and then Zach Johnson winning the Valero tournament, and then Rory Sabatini winning at the Byron Nelson. A lot of players are noticing this. Like I said earlier to you when we were off camera, there's more. Every guy out there at the end of the day, if they're not wearing eyewear, their eyes are hurting. They're getting headaches.
Right.
They're having a lot of ill effects of the sun, and they want to wear eyewear. They're just not quite sure about it yet, and they're millions and millions of dollars on the line, and they're not quite comfortable. But they're seeing guys out there, their peers. End of the day, their eyes are feeling great, and they're winning tournaments, so they're getting ready to jump in.
It's becoming to the point where you get to not feeling good if you're out there on bright sunny days and you're not wearing eyewear.
No, those guys are out there 7 days a week, dang near all day. So they're putting a lot of stress on their eyes if they're not in some type of eyewear. And another thing that's becoming very big is this. Here's a basic pair of flak jackets with the lens in. I'll pop a pair in and show you how easily you can interchange them. But you could bring different lenses for different light conditions. Most players will tend to find a frame that works for them,
right, or
a lens that works for them, both, and then they'll kind of stick with that for most of the time, unless it gets drastic changes, and they'll go lighter. So that's as easy as it pops in and out.
And that's just a basic black frame.
That's basic black.
But it's not just limited to basic black anymore, is it?
No, it's not, and that's a big trend in everything. It's custom, and this is just a let's say you're Brazilian or Australian or whatever it is, or it could be a school color, but this is a screen. But custom eyewear is a huge trend. It's taken off for us. We've got Major League Baseball that they're building, Boston Red Sox.
Right.
You got schools, you got your colleges. It's just whatever it is. I mean, and you just go out and build whatever makes you happy, and put your lenses in and represent your school or your team or whatever you want. So it's pretty cool.
One thing that you have had success with the professional golfers, though, is you actually are treating eyewear just like other equipment. You've got a tour van that's out there servicing their needs.
Yeah, that's it's been really successful for us. It's called the Rolling O Lab. We have 3 of them now. It's been so successful, and they're just going to golf, or not just golf events, but Oakley events all over the country. Golf is a great fit because of the sports performance factor. This basically takes our Oakley building on the road. Not everybody can come in here and see all the technology, so we've kind of created a van that showcases that technology, takes it on the road, and we had it at the FBR, we had it at the Honda and the Transitions event, and just had great feedback from players walking through, industry people walking through, the PGA Tour. They're just taking a large notice of not just Oakley eyewear, but the brand of Oakley, because we do make other things in golf. We make actually footwear, great footwear that has the same technical properties as our eyewear, as far as trying to be the best, and translates it over into footwear. Our apparel's super good. The fit, the fashion, the function of it, all great. And also watches. I mean, these things are badass too, which hopefully we'll get somebody else to talk about.
Well, no, and you mentioned the footwear, the apparel, even the watches, all things that we are going to be talking about in upcoming episodes of the Golf Spotlights. We definitely don't want to shortchange them. And if people want more information on all of the eyewear, whether it's golf specific or anything from Oakley, they can get it online from worldwide, Oakley.com.
Absolutely, that's the best place for information from us.
All right, Al, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks, Al.
I want to thank Al Jans for joining us here on the Golf Spotlight. Join us next time as we continue to bring you the information that you need for your next golf purchase.